What is going on, guys? Jayski here. What I've got for you today is the beginning of my career mode series, and I've chosen to do Wolverhampton Wanderers for my series as I believe that they do have one of the best squads in the championship. They've also got a pretty large budget, so I'll be hoping to build on the current team that they have and definitely try to push for promotion within the first season. Get them back into the Premiership, and maybe challenge in the later seasons for the European Cups, such as the Champions League and the Europa League and so on. So Wolverhampton Wanderers, they've got a few solid players I can think of, like Kevin Doyle, Bjorn Bergman Sigurdarsson, who's only recently joined. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to building on that team. Hopefully getting some other players just to strengthen the current squad that they have, which I'll reiterate again is pretty solid, one of the best in the championship. The only best teams in the championship I can really think of, other than Wolves, are pretty much Middlesbrough, maybe Cardiff. Bolton have a decent side as well, so I'll be battling against those sides for promotion definitely within the first season, hopefully anyway. But it's going to be pretty difficult on world class difficulty. But anyway, we go on to look at the squad and change a few things around. So they did have a pretty random sort of squad and bench. They had Ebanks Blake up front alongside Doyle, even though they did have Sigurdarsson sitting on the bench, who is a better rating than Ebanks Blake. They also had Ford, who I'm not sure what he's doing in the first team, as they do have quite a few better players than Ford on the reserves and on the bench. So I end up putting Sigurdarsson in for Ebanks Blake. Bakary Sacco is actually going to go into the first team. I put him on the bench at first, just to get the best players from the reserves onto the bench, so I can just make it easier for myself to sort out the team. Wayne Hennessy is actually on the reserves as well, and that surprised me because he is the best rated keeper in the whole squad. So yeah, they did have a pretty random squad. Ikeme, I think that's his name. He was actually in the goalkeeper position, so we swap him straight away for Wayne Hennessy, and I just make some other alterations to the bench. Not many more good players really on the reserves. Take off Zubar and put on Christoph Berra, just simply because he has a better defensive rating and a better overall rating, really. So I just hoped he would be a better defender, just to solidify the defense. So yeah, that's really it for the squad for now. Just go on to change the formation to 4-4-2 diamond wide, as that formation really suits the players I have in the current starting 11. So I put in Dumbia into the CDM position, as that is his original position. Then I do get rid of Carl Henry from the squad and put in Bakary Sacco. The reason for that is because he is one of the fastest players in the whole squad, and we all know that pace is a really big factor of the game. But he also has a pretty good finishing and shooting stats. So I was hoping that, in behind the two strikers, when the ball falls to him on the edge of the box, he'll be able to get a few goals, finish nicely, because his finishing stats are pretty high. So that's really the reason why I put him in behind the two strikers. So now I go on to get rid of a few players on loan and sell a few as well. So I mostly get rid of the youngsters, put them up on loan. So this 18-year-old guy, put him up on a season-long loan. 21-year-old David Davis as well, put him up on loan as well, just to get them a bit of experience, because they won't really be playing in my current squad at this moment in time anyway. George Margarita, get rid of him as well. put him up on loan to get him a bit of experience as well, because he does look promising for the future anyway. Jody Craddock, he is a 66 overall and he's 36, so I just thought I'd put him up for a free transfer just to get rid of him and really get a bit of my wage budget back. Ishmael, put him up on loan as well. Hopefully he can get a bit of experience as well and come back after the loan spell with a high rating, ready to be challenging for the first 11 spot. But anyway, we move on now to me just trying I was just searching for a few defenders within the region of 3.5 million, as when I search for that sort of margin, I know that I can increase the amount if they say no to the first bid, so I can increase the amount of money and make sure I get the player I want. So I do actually go for 30.5 million instead of 3.5 million at first, but change that quickly and just have a quick search of the players that come up, and we do get a pretty large list of players that come up at first. I just have a look at the first few, hoping that they were pretty solid, but their stats just weren't that good. But I was looking for more of a fullback than a centre back, so I had a look at Danny Simpson. He was okay, he was one of my options. But then we stumble upon Gregory van der Wiel, and he's still actually at Ajax in career mode. So I inquired about him just to see what Ajax would say, as he has actually been at the club for 6 years now. So I was hoping they would sell him on the cheap, as he might be looking to get away from the team anyway. But anyway, guys, that is it for today's episode. In the next episode, you will find out whether I do actually get Gregory van der Wiel or not. And I will also be playing my first game of the series against Genk, which is a friendly. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. I've been Jayski, and if you did enjoy this episode, then please make sure to leave it a like rating. And if you do enjoy this episode, then there will be more to come. So please do subscribe to my channel not to miss another episode of Career Mode again. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. I have been Jayski, and I will see you in the next episode. Cheers.